Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Samuel. I'm a DP based here in the north of England, and I do a lot of stuff about filmmaking, build the gears I use, and I also talk about lighting and everything related to filmmaking. So if that is something you are very much interested in, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and also like this video. Thank you. Now straight into the video. Probably by the thumbnail, you already know what we're talking about today. So this is going to be more about the RED V-RAPTOR XE, which I've been thinking about a lot, and I've been hoping about that on my channel as well. And if you're following my channel or you've been following my channel, you know the Red Komodo-X was my main camera until recently, and then the PYXIS 12K, I got that along the way, and I've done quite a number of videos about these two cameras. And if you're interested in seeing like how they compare to each other and how I've been using them or how I was using them for my productions, you can see I've tons of video about them. Maybe not tons, like a couple of videos about these two cameras. So if you're interested in those two cameras, you can absolutely check that after this video. So there will be a bit more talk about the Red Komodo X and the V-Raptor XE, which are like they are from the same brand. So um, yeah, there will be a lot of talk about the Red Komodo X as well while I talk about the Red V-Raptor XE. Quick background story. I've used other cameras before, and when I was thinking of investing into Red ecosystem, I thought because Red cameras are a bit expensive compared to other mirrorless brands and other cheaper brands out there. So I was gonna like invest in a very decent cinema camera, like something that I can say, uh, I've invested this much in it and I'm gonna use it for a long time and it's gonna serve me for a long time. And I was thinking into the Red V-Raptor at that point, but the price was a lot more than what I could afford at that time. And then I wasn't really getting jobs that justify paying over 20K pounds for a cinema camera body. So I thought instead of letting that dream die, why not try the Red Komodo X? So that was why I bought the Red Komodo X when I bought it. And I've tried the Red Komodo X and I've said this before. I feel like after using the Red Komodo X for a while, I made a video, I think about a month of me using the Red Komodo X. And like I said, if you're interested in all of these videos, you can find them down on my channel. So do it, check them out. So after using that camera for a bit, I felt like this is probably the best image out of a camera body that I've used in a long time. So um, that's my opinion. So, and I mean, in 2026, you probably get a very decent image from any camera these days. So, I mean, there are a lot of cameras that can output raw and like good quality videos, like you have on the Blackmagic, the also the PYXIS. Like there are decent option out there now. So whatever brand you decide to go with, I don't think you be wrong in making your choice. So for me, I used the Red Komodo X. I felt like it was the best in terms of what I've used before, and I enjoyed using the hard 3D RAW, which is probably the main reason why you want to buy a red camera. Maybe not, but using the R3D RAW was a turning point for me in terms of my production and color grade. So I enjoy using it, and I thought after using it for a while, like I've had the Komodo X for nearly a year now. So I'm getting some jobs that are like commercial based kind of job, like advert and all of that. So I was like, I've used the Komodo X and I I can't fault it for any reason. Like for the past year I've been using the Komodo X, I've got no single issue with the camera, like no single issue, which is very like I had that when I was using the FXs. I had the FXs for a while as well. I had no issue with the camera. So kind of reassure me like if I'm investing in the Raptor, I'll be 100% fine as well. So while along the line, the Red released the V-RAPTOR XE, which was last year. So if you don't know, the XE is like a half-baked version of the V-RAPTOR X, which like is industry standard, if I'll put it that way. Lot of big movies were shot on the V-RAPTOR X, so it literally has the same sensor. The XE has the same sensor with the V-RAPTOR X. The only thing that you are losing is frame rate and some extra bits like the extended highlight, and can't remember the other one. But I mean, 16 is this 17 dynamic range is way more than enough. I mean, what was getting on the Red Komodo-X enough for what I'm doing, lighting my scene, and even if I'm not lighting my scene, I can get away with that much of dynamic range. So getting extra stop of dynamic range with the extended highlights is probably too much. Well, you can't say it's too much, but if they can take that out and I'll pay less, I would definitely take that. So V-RAPTOR X is that camera that doesn't have the big frame rate that you get on the V-RAPTOR X, like 8K 120. It's just literally like half of what you get on the V-RAPTOR X. So I'm fine with that. I've got 8K 60 frames max, and I think 6K 120. So if you are doing 6K 120, you are literally going back to like Komodo frame, like the crop Super 35 sensor view, and then you have 120, which is a bit more higher than the Komodo, which is 6K 80 frames per second, I think. So so out of all of these, when they announced it, I thought that was a good um option for me. Still, the budget was still a little bit higher than what I could afford, and then I was nearly getting jobs that could justify me keeping or buying this camera. So until recently, then I got a deal for the full package of the V-RAPTOR XE, which includes the body, the monitor, the Red DSM-03 monitor, the ND, that's the Red ND solution for like that converts from Z mount to PL mount. You also have that in RF mount as well, and the sides, um, the outrigger handle. So all of those, I got them for a very decent deal, and I think at that point I already sold my Blackmagic PYXIS 12K, and then I had to sell my Komodo-X as well, and then I added the two money and added a little bit change to it, and I was able to buy this V-RAPTOR XE. So apologies, I mentioned that we do a red or R3D workflow, my color grade most especially, because I've got like a lot of requests to make a color grade video. I'll definitely make that video probably after this one, most likely after this one. So I just want to get this out of the way, and then yeah. So my reason for getting the Red V-RAPTOR XE literally was more of future investment for me. Like I'm trying to future proof for my business. So I want to do lots more of commercial work, and I do documentary as well. So uh I mean, you can argue that this camera will not fit in well for documentary, but me, I've used it for a documentary, not this one, the Komodo-X, and it works fine. So if the Komodo-X can work fine, definitely this will do as well. And the way I rig them up, literally, I'll probably make a video. I don't want this video to be too long. I'll probably make a video on how I've set this up to be this compact. That's literally everything that goes on it: the lens, the microphone, the monitor, side grip, battery, and yeah, that's it. Top handle maybe. So it definitely can work for documentary for me, because I have that ND which you can also control on your monitor as well. That's really good. So but more importantly, it will be a lot of commercial works, and I've been getting quite a number of that recently, and I'm happy, I'm excited. So hopefully more to come in, and yeah, I'm definitely sure the Raptor XE will be a good option for that. So I want to future proof my investment as well. Like the Raptor has the 8K sensor, so and it's global shutter, which I love, as the R3D RAW, which I also love. So that 8K, I mean, it's probably a lot more than what you can need for now, but talking 5 years time, 8K will still be more than it, probably more than enough, because the price of storage is getting expensive. So I think everyone will start to cut down on shooting like 8K, 6K, and all of that. But it's good to have, like I said, for the PYXIS as well, you have the 12K, which is very nice to have just in case you need that extra stop of resolution. You have it. So it's good to have the 8K here. Yeah, that's my reason for getting the Raptor XE. And I love the quality of the image that you get from this. And I will talk about how this compare with the Komodo-X just for a bit. In terms of image quality, there is a slight improvement from what you get on the Komodo-X, like with the Raptor XE. But I mean, it's not a massive jump. Like if you have the Komodo-X and you don't have the budget for this, I won't say like go out of your way to get this, but if you want to, you can definitely do. But in terms of image quality, it's just a little bit more than what you get on the Komodo X. Like it's like very tiny, probably a stop more dynamic range from this, and then you have the full frame, which is one of the main reasons why I decided to go with this over the Komodo X. The Komodo X is Super 35. This is full frame. My lenses are Vista Vision, the house, the Kata is, all of them are Vista Vision, so it kind of fits in this camera more than any other camera. So it's a good choice for me. So if you have the Komodo X, honestly, you get enough from that camera as well. So, but if you have the budget and you want to get the Raptor, definitely go for it. The other difference between this Raptor XE and the Komodo X is the size. It's a little bit bigger than everything about this is just like a little bit more than the Komodo. It's just a little bit. It's not like a massive jump. So a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier as well than the Komodo X. In terms of frame rate as well, it's a little bit more than the Komodo X. So if you want more, honestly speaking, like I said, you are shooting 6K on Komodo X. Highest you go is 80 frames per second. If you're still shooting 6K here, you will still be in that like crop mode of the Komodo X. But highest you can get is 120. So 80, 120. I mean, it's 40 difference, but if that's what you need, definitely go for it. If not, that's more than 80 frames. 6K. When I was using the Komodo X, I rarely do 80 frames per second, except if I want to do something funky and I need to do that. So if your work involves a lot of slow motion, maybe yes, or you get like a cheaper body that can do slow motion. So that's another difference between these two cameras. The other difference is the price. Obviously, like they are if I think it's about Commodore X is probably like 6,500, and the Raptor XE, just the body alone, is about 13,800 or so. So it's a little bit more than half of, is it? Yeah, a bit more than half of the Commodore X. So it's a big margin, and if you think of what you are getting when you upgrade to this, I don't know, but I will leave that to you to make the choice and make the decision. But for me, I've decided to go with this, and I'm happy with the purchase. And probably the last difference that I've noticed is the IOs. You have two SDI ports here, unlike the Komodo X, which you have one. And the other difference is the fact that you lose that, I don't know how many inches, maybe 3 or I don't know, 2 inches screen on the Komodo. It could be more than probably 4 inches on the Komodo X, that top screen. You lose that and you get this little 1 or 2 inch screen on the V-Raptor X. This screen is literally for setting your camera. It's not for viewing anything than just setting. and it's not even touch screen. So like probably that's what I would say I prefer from the Komodo. I'm used to that top screen on the Komodo X, but with time, because when I had the Komodo X and I was using the um DSMC3 monitor, I still go on settings on my Komodo X screen rather than the monitor. But now I'm kind of like getting used to using the monitor to control the camera rather than going to the side, which is also nice. Like if you want someone to control this for you, or if you are on tripod and you want to, you can easily like use all of these buttons and you can customize as well. But the other thing about Red is that you have the Red app. Is it Red app? Yeah, that is fantastic. Like very very good. So you can always use that to set your camera as well, like do your settings and everything. And this is probably set less than it should. I feel like the Red menu system is also one of the best. If I'm ranking, I'll rank like the cameras I've used. I'll rank Blackmagic first, then I'll rank Red second. The menu is not like complicated. Whatever you're looking for is very nice to like two, three buttons and you are there already. So it's nothing complicated. When I do the Red workflow video, I'll talk about the traffic lights, goalposts, how to expose your image, and we'll also talk about the color grading bit. Now, nearing the end of this video, should you buy such an expensive camera for your production, or if you're a DP, you're a filmmaker, should you actually invest that big money into camera bodies? I think for me, like I said in my probably my last two videos, if I want to invest a lot of money, we'll probably first go into lenses. I feel like for a DP, I'm talking from a DP perspective now. For a DP, uh, lenses retains value well and also kind of like shape your image more than cameras, my opinion. So um, I will first of all invest quite a number of money in lenses. Then after that, if it calls for it, then I can upgrade to a more advanced cinema camera like this. I mean, this if you have the people that have been using the Raptor, the original Raptor, the Super 35 Raptor, the Raptor S, and then this now, I think most of them use them for a long time, and I feel like they retain value well, kind of like in between, but they retain their value as well, but not like you get on lenses. So if you want to spend money, I would say buy lenses, probably get some good light as well. And I mean, if you work, if you have your own production company or you work like two-person kind of workflow or three, but if you like you're a full-time DP and all you do is go on sets, film something and drop the card, I would say invest in lenses and camera bodies. You always probably have like a gaffer on set, and you might not need to invest in a lot of lights or expensive lights. But if you do as well, you can always rent them out on your production or wherever you have been hired to film. So that's another thing I've been doing lately. I've got all of this stuff that I also like put a price to when I go for all of these shoots. Like can't carry like V-Raptor XE for that price with the if you buying them like with the old setup is probably like 18,000 something pounds. So it's a lot, and you can't go on set and you leave this out like let use that for free. Literally you have to charge, ideally you have to charge for this. So it also like pays back the cost of owning it. So over the years, I'm hoping like in next couple of years I should be able to I've gathered like through renting, I should be able to have gathered how much I've invested in this camera. So finger crossed. Yeah, so if you have the Komodo X or you have another camera and you're high in the V-Raptor X or the XE, I will well, for me, I can't fault this camera. It's perfect. Like I said, with the Komodo-X as well, it's perfect for my production. I've enjoyed using it. I enjoy the image. I enjoy the build of the body. Solid, no issue. And yeah, that's it for me. If you are interested in red cameras or you want to know more about red stuff, just leave me a comment down below. Like I said, I'll make a red workflow. If there's anything you want to know about red ecosystem or red workflow in general, just drop me a comment below and I will attend to it and try and put that together into the next video. So yeah, thank you. Like I said, my name is Sam, and wherever you're watching from, glad you are on the other end of the camera, and thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed everything so far, please do it to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.